What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make checkers. Now, I'm shocked it took me this long to make it. For those of you who do not know, it is a fast food restaurant. Also, it is known as Rallies, I think, in some places. They are the same thing, just, you know, the name is Checkers or Rallies. I don't know why they have two different names for the same thing, but I'm really not going to get into that. I think it's something to do with, whoopsies, with them being like two separate companies that combined into one. Anyway, there will be an interior for this. It will not be in this video. It'll be the next video, or one of the next videos we'll see released in general. And with that being said, that's enough rambling. Enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all of the materials you'll be needing for this build. These signs are kind of optional, but I do think they make the build look a lot nicer if you have them, so I would recommend using them. Alrighty, and the space we need for this is a perfect 27 by 27, and the materials we need to start off are as follows. Polished black stone bricks, quartz bricks, black stained glass pens, black stained glass blocks. I am struggling to deal with these categories right now. Dark oak doors, paintings, dark oak signs, pale oak signs, and stripped mangrove wood. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 27 by 27 grid, cough a few minutes. You want to start by counting back by 5, and right by also 5. And going right, you'll place 3 polished black stone bricks. Extend forward diagonally right by 1, right by 9, back diagonally right 1, right 2, back 2, then back with 2 dark oak doors, and we'll stop there on that since you don't have the number from that portion. Head back to the first polished blackstone brick you placed and extend it back by 5. Then extend right by 2, back by 15, and then you should be able to connect right and then just forward to behind the door there. It's 13 across and then just forward X amount of blocks. And that is the shape of your building itself. We're going to go around in a similar fashion, getting all the windows done. Now, there's not really windows on every wall, so if we start from the furthest left block on the front side, which is going to be this one, you're going to place a quartz brick, black stained glass pane, quartz brick. Then on this front long portion, we'll go quartz brick, black stained glass pane, gap of 1, 4 quartz bricks, black stained glass pane, gap of 1, quartz brick. This row through, but the same as it was on the other side where it's quartz brick, black stained glass pane, quartz brick. On the right side, you'll just have 2 quartz bricks, which will connect you into the door. And then from there, you want to go 8 quartz bricks behind the door, a black stained glass pane, and then 7 quartz bricks. Directing your attention to the left side, starting from the front here, you want to go back from that 1 quartz brick and place another quartz brick, gap of 1, black stained glass pane, 2 quartz bricks. There's one more window on this left side, and it's actually in line with the one on the other side. So if you go in with 2 quartz bricks, and then you should end up going back by, I think, 7 on this side. Place a black stained glass pane, and then 7 more quartz bricks. And then there's no windows on the back. Just like that. Copy that entire row one more time. The only thing you're changing is placing black stained glass blocks on top of the dark oak doors. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. Let me know if you like or dislike vibrant visuals being on for the tutorials. I've kind of been debating whether or not I want to use them, and I figured I'd do it for a change and just see what the general consensus is before I make a full decision. You want to place 2 additional rows of quartz bricks on top of all the walls. It'll just go directly over everything, including the gaps where the drive-thru windows are. Well, drive-thru window, and then I guess order windows. You'll explain, or I'll explain it more so with the interior, what the deal is with those on the front. Just to give you a general thing, it's so you can order from the front, like you walk up to the front and then order. I don't really feel like it's a common thing anymore, but I know some places do still do that. Especially like, you know, on the boardwalk or whatever. Nice, you should have this. So, I would advise placing, if you're on computer Bedrock specifically, it might work on Java. I think it does. It works differently, but you still can do it on Java, I know. I don't know the exact control though. Just place down your Dark Oak sign and Pale Oak sign, and you can actually get rid of them in your inventory, and then if you press Control and whatever your block pick is to block pick them, you can place them down without it opening the, you know, menu for the sign to type in it. And since there's no writing on any of the signs, this will make our life very easy. You can also wax them and then copy that data, but it's up to you. So on the front here, you want to, in the center 2x2 of the quartz bricks here, you want to actually place a 2x2 painting. Just like so. Above it, you'll have a 1x2. Or 2x1, I guess. Off either side of the bottom here, you'll place pale oak signs. Then you'll have dark oak signs to the outsides of those windows. Then skip this inner side of the block and just be next to this window here, where you'll place a pale oak sign with a dark oak sign off the other side of the window. And then if you turn and go back, you're pretty much ignoring wherever the wall goes in rows. So like basically the sides are going to be flat. So off of this side of this block where you have the dark oak sign, you'll have a pale oak here, dark oak. Then it would be pale oak, dark oak there, but that we don't place them since it's the window, obviously. Pale oak, dark oak, and then you would just skip this portion where it goes in and place a pale oak off this quartz brick. Then dark oak, pale oak, dark oak, pale oak, dark oak, pale oak. Skip for the window, which would be a dark oak, then it'd be pale oak again, dark oak, pale oak, etc. Do not add the signs on the back. The back, well, there's actually two reasons. I'll explain them in a second here. But yeah, it should look like this. And that just gives you that checkerboard pattern. Because it's, you know, kind of in the name. So, the reason we don't do it on the back is for two reasons. One, I wanted to keep the back fairly flat and detailless. But also because if you try to bring one across, you'll notice that it won't line up pattern-wise. So, that is why we do not have the... Whoa, they actually... Okay, that's odd. They actually, like, show up. Anyway, cool. You can go back to the front, and let's do all the pillars since those also have signs on them. Actually, there's one other thing we can do first, I think, yeah. Over the drive-through windows on the front specifically, just the row directly above them, you'll place dark oak signs off each quartz brick over. And now it looks like a face. You want to take the end polished blackstone bricks of this like front middle longer portion of the wall, and you'll count out by one and place going up on this block 5 strip mangrove wood that should face up. On the left and right, you want to take the like front corners here and count to the right by 4 and do the same thing. Or I guess out by 4, left or right. From those pillars, because of the wall being odd, you want to leave a gap of 6 going back and place another pillar of 5 from those. One side, it'll kind of line up symmetrically with the door, which is this side. And then the left, it kind of just doesn't, but we'll tend to that later. Off of not the top strip mangrove wood block, but one down, you want to on each of these pillars just place pale oak signs off each side. I feel this fairly different than my normal tutorials, and so there's so much sign detailing. But I think it looks good. Nice to change that pace a little bit of the normal detailing that I do. To try something a little new. Anyway. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Stone slabs. Red concrete. Pale oak slabs. Sea lanterns. Bamboo signs. Yellow carpet. Wow, this is going to be a short tutorial. Mangrove planks. Mangrove slabs, and we'll end there. We actually have more of the dark oak and pale oak signs behind the, well, sign. So starting from the front here, these 2 strip mangrove pillars, you want to place an upside down stone slab in front of either one and connect them together. I believe this part is symmetrical. Yes, it is. So on both sides, you'll bring those slabs back diagonally out by 1, then back by 2. And you should just connect into the quartz bricks there. You'll then extend out from that inner corner by 7. And then extend back by 9. Extend back towards the build by what should be 4 to connect into the quartz bricks. This side is actually more than 4. It's, what is it, 6? Yeah, it's 4 on one side and 6 on the other, so you're going to connect into the build either way, pretty much. And then from there, you'll go all the way back until you reach the final quartz brick, and you'll pretty much just place upside-down stone slabs off each quartz brick. Make sure you don't connect those corners or, like, sharpen those corners. You kind of want it to look like this. Now, I say this loosely, but up diagonally in from the upside-down stone slabs, you're placing red concrete. The only exception is the inner corners, like, here where these sides come out, you actually want to place a red concrete on this corner upside-down stone slab. But, I mean, for the rest, you're really just kind of following the outline. And again, here you're doing the same thing, where you just kind of make those corners a little bit more rounded. At least for the red. And it should look like this. Nice. Before we bring the next part around, let's add the red concrete first. So on the front, specifically, you should have... Actually, are they rows of 10 on both? Yeah, they should be rows of 10 on both. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, both the front and right. You're going to take the middle 8 stone slabs and extend them up with 2 red concrete. So just literally 1 taken off of either side. Like so. Off of each 1 tall row of red concrete, you're placing upside down stone slabs going around. You're basically following the upside down stone slabs that are below you a row and doing the exact same thing. Only difference is you'll have areas where you're blocked off because of the red that sticks up a row. So just kind of like hit the side of it and then skip over like so. You'll then bring the red concrete, the singular rows of red concrete, up with a row of mangrove planks. I'm going to go behind the signs here just because it is there and it kind of is part of it. So, yeah. And actually probably should have done this first, but I misrealized the situation. You'll place stone slabs on top of those upside down stone slabs. I thought because of the red being below that it would have been different, where we would have had to place it in weird spots, but no. I forgot to consider that I should have considered. It should look like this. And you're starting to kind of see that shape that we want. So, how does one explain this? Each corner of mangrove planks will bring up with a mangrove slab, which are the obvious corners. I think we can start with those. There's like, you know, like, what is it, 6 corners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners. Like so. The only other ones that are weird are these 1 diagonals of mangrove. You'll also bring up with slabs, like so. And then every other plank you'll just bring up with mangrove planks. And yeah, we'll fill in the roof in a second, but I want to do the underside of it first because that'll give us the lighting and such. Nice. So on the underside, we'll start with the front. They will all be filled in with upside down pale oak slabs in line with these stone slabs. There will be gaps for that though, where there are lights. So from the front here, you'll take the inner row of the drive-through window on both sides, and just behind the red concrete, actually up here, you'll place sea lanterns. It's there, right? Yeah. On the right side, it'll be kind of the same thing. It'll be basically 1 block or 2 blocks out from the door on either side. So it'll be off of the red concrete strips here, and it should be like the middle of it, because you have 3 rows here that you have, and you're going to just place it in the middle, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then on the left side, I think it's the same as it was on the right, but I'll confirm real quick. Yes, it's the same, just the middle of the 3. At least for this side. This side does go further back, but we don't have anything there, just a pale oak will get brought back. And then again, in line with the upside down stone slabs, you'll fill this all in with upside down pale oak slabs, making sure you leave where these sea lanterns are open, so, you know, you can actually see the lights. I mean, you could fill it off, I guess. You could even do like iron trap doors or something. That might look interesting. But I didn't really do anything fancy. And you should have this. Nice. Now we can fill in that ceiling I mentioned earlier with mangrove planks, just in line with the top mangrove planks. Yeah, kind of a weird shape for a build, but that wasn't too bad. We still have to do banner letters, though, which are always not fun. Although hopefully they won't be that bad. Since we have 2 C's, we have 2 E's. I think that's the only doubles. Yeah. So that'll save us a little bit of time. So yeah. I don't know what else to say here. There we go. Boom. There's your shape. Wow, that is really asymmetrical. I never noticed that. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but still, that looks very, very odd from above. Next thing you want to do is those strips of red concrete on the front and right, you're going to place yellow carpet on top of. Just a little bit of an accent. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I think it does look better. Underneath the center 4 red concrete off the upside down stone slabs, you will place bamboo signs. This says, I don't forget what this says. It says something or other. It's like fast food or drive-through or something. I can't remember. Get rid of whatever material, just 1, and get out dark oak signs and pale oak signs, since you should have already had a slot. And just going left to right on the bottom row of red concrete, you'll place alternating pale oak signs and dark oak signs. You could do the same thing with the control block pick for this, but I'm not going to bother since it's like 16 signs or something. No, are these 10 or no, these are 8. Yeah. So it is 16, I was right. Oh, okay. Nice. And then the banners will half cover those, but yeah. You can clear your inventory and get out the following now. A loom. Bunch of red banners. White dye and red dye, and you can smack your loom on the floor because, you know, you have to. And then put in your first red banner along with your white dye, and you're going to do line across top, which is Chief S, line across bottom, which is Base Fest, and then line down the left, which is Pale Dexter. Next red banner, still the white dye. You'll do the right half, or line down the right half as white, which is Pale Sinister. Put in a red dye and do the full top half as red, which is Perf S. White dye back in. Do line left to right through the middle, which is Fess, and then line down the left, which is Pale Dexter. Next one, again, so you have no other banners, so pop in your banner and do with the white dye the line down the right, which is Pale Sinister. You'll do the red dye again, and this time do the bottom half as red, which is Perf S inverted. White dye back in, line across. Actually, all 3 going across, so it'd be bottom, which is Base Fess, center, which is Fess, and then top, which is Chief Fess. Yeah. Also line down left, which is Pale Dexter. Next one, since we already have the C, it'll be K. You want to do both diagonal lines, which are Bend and Bend Sinister. I thought it was that, but I was like, is it? Then do the full left half as white, which is Per Pale. Next one, and this is the hardest banner letter totally. Do the line down the left, which is Pale Dexter, and then line across top, which is Chief Fess. So hard. Final one, red banner in, line across top and bottom, which is Chief Fess and Base Fess. And then the diagonal from top left to bottom right, which is Bend. Nice. On both of these, you'll go left to right, and you'll place them in, well, how you would spell checkers. It'd be C, H, E, C K E R S, and you'll do it on both. And that should hopefully spell out checkers. And that's also the exterior of your build done. So I will do the interior as I mentioned. There will be a tutorial for that. If you want to have like a seating area out here, if you have space, I would absolutely go for it. Just have some, you know, stuff going around. Like, again, maybe a small seating area and just like a sidewalk. I didn't end up doing it because it's more of a refresh thing anyway, and I was trying to not have this become a refresh. Also, I think I just legitimately forgot to. I was like, yeah, I'll do it later, and then I just never did. But anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the exterior for your checkers complete. Still shocked it took me that long to make a checkers, but here we are. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.